support as you build back into WOSN and keep us going. But it looks like a lead for Kendra Tyson of OG. And right next to her in lane 4, Hannah Davis from Wapak, as they'll touch the wall for the 13th time. We're at 3:43. Emily Janowski in lane 2 for LCC led part of the way. She is now in 3rd place. Alexa Schrader, Ashley Siefker, Molly Schultz going 4, 5, 6 at this point.
So what we have here is, with this being such a long distance event, your flip turns on your wall can really project you further. Taking the time to flip and do a couple kicks underwater just to propel you out a little bit further. When you come up, taking strokes before you breathe so you don't break that momentum. These are just little ways to drop. You could drop entire seconds off your 500 because it's so long, just by doing some little things.
We're at 4:33. 15 laps in.
They're speeding up though, so.
How is that possible?
They know that the end is coming.
I don't know if we can get Dan Reinecke in the background. The LCC swim coach about mid-pool was jumping and waving his arm trying to implore Emily Janowski as she sits in 3rd right now, trying to hold off Ashley Siefker on the outside. Your leader from OG is Kendra Tyson still. Hannah Davis sitting in 2nd place as they touch for the 17th time. As we recapped earlier, Wapakoneta boys and girls both leading the event. Shawnee was in 2nd for the boys, 3rd for the girls. OG strong for 2nd for the ladies and 3rd for the boys. Salina 5th for the guys and 4th for the girls.
We are just 50 away from the end of this. The whistle just blew the signal that it is almost over. I can imagine these girls are going to hit the wall, and they are going to be so tired.
I don't know how to get out of the pool after swimming this.
Sometimes you just can't. But they haven't quite made it there yet, so they don't have to think about that.
That's right. They're just thinking about finishing. Kendra with the lead for OG at 5 minutes and 50 seconds. Going to put in a pretty good time here. 5:57 was her seed time. She'll be over that, but still a nice swim on a Saturday. Hannah Davis sitting 2nd. Gaining is Ashley Siefker for 3rd, as the gold medal time 6:03.87 for Kendra Tyson. 2nd place 6:07 for Hannah Davis. 3rd is Ashley Siefker of Ottawa Glandorf. 4th place with a 6:14.77 Emily Janowski, in 5th place Molly Schultz. Heat 2 at 2 in the boys 500. We'll set the field, and we'll talk with Mitchell Wilcox of Ada. PJ Briggs from Shawnee starts things at the top of the pool, 5:41.13. Joey Metzger of Wapakoneta in lane 2, 5:35.96. Luke Clayman from OG in lane number 3, 5:12.65, with Robert Sarno in lane 4 for LCC, 5:29.82. Caleb Schlenker of Wapakoneta in 5. Kurt Schlenker of Wapakoneta in 6, 5:39 and 5:45, their seed times respectively. As we welcome in Mitchell Wilcox. 2 more events to go today. 2 second place finishes to Charlie Sutton. Yeah. You guys have had a little rivalry here developing this year, haven't you?
Yeah, I mean, all throughout the year, even last year, we've been head to head all the way going into state, racing in the 50 and the 100. And I mean, he's a good athlete, and he's one of the best competition around, like in our league, and like throughout the season until we get to districts where we start racing people from the south.
Right.
So I mean, Charlie's a really good swimmer, and he's good competition. He's something that you got to watch his times, make sure he doesn't sneak up on you or try and like outbeat you or outtouch you like throughout the season.
How are you feeling as your senior season? How are things going so far in the pool?
Senior season's been really well. Right now I'm placed 3rd in the state for the 50 and the 100 breasts. I mean, that's just the seeds or whatever. But I mean, our new coach has been training hard, Brian. He's opened up a lot like of eyes to all the new swimmers and everything. He's really developed everyone's stroke, and I mean, he's really been pushing me in the water. I get more hands-on experience with Brian because he checks my splits, my starts, my turns.
Okay.
I mean, he gets everything down to a T. And he's really preparing me through state. I mean, I haven't had one day of rest this entire season. Like he's been thinking state in his mind since he met me. And I mean, that's what we've been working for. So everything's just been hardcore throughout the entire season. So all my times now, I've been, I guess, exhausted toward my body. I mean, I take a nap between events because I'm so exhausted. So I mean, it's gonna be good.
the big question, is he okay with your relaxed atmosphere when you start on the podium and track as well? You're very relaxed. You got to have fun. Is that still carrying on?
Yeah, I told him right when I met him, I'm not one of those people that have to get jacked or to be serious to swim good. I'm one of those people, I need to be happy. I need to be fun. I'm going to probably be taking selfies again at state behind the block. I mean, you can't get mad at me. That's just how I cope with the atmosphere that I'm in.
Right.
I really try and just open it up to where I'm just racing good athletes, not I'm the best one in the pool.
Yeah, no question. And going to go to Cincinnati and swim down there. Just take us through your college choice.
Cincinnati was my number one choice when picking. And right now I'm trying to swim. But from their Title IX, we'll have to see how that goes. I'm emailing the coach now and then.
Okay.
She's keeping up on my season. So hopefully by state, my times are good enough to where I can either sign or be able to walk on for them. But I also am going to YMCA Nationals.
Oh, wow.
And so that will help get better times. So she can see that I'm at these bigger meets and I can handle these big competitions against college kids. Also, with going to USA Swim Nationals throughout the summer, hopefully she sees that as me still working and me wanting to continue my swim career at Cincinnati. So hopefully she sees that and she sees my potential and hopefully be able on the Bearcat team next year.
Awesome. Well, 2 more events today. Good luck in those and good luck the rest of the season.
All right, thank you, Andy.
You bet. Mitchell Wilcox from Ada, the senior swimmer. We appreciate him joining us. Hannah's been keeping up with the 500, 3 minutes and 42 seconds into our race, and it still looks very tight, Hannah, with these top 4.
It is very tight. The top 2 especially are keeping very close to one another, but in third we have someone not very far behind, and I don't think we went through who was in this event. Did you run over that?
I did quickly, but we can do it again.
Let's do it once more.
Luke Clayman is leading for OG in lane number 3, challenging him in lane 4 with 5 touches to go. Robert Sarno of LCC's got the red cap. Third place, it's a good battle. In lane 5 is Caleb Schlenker. In lane 2, Joey Metzger, a couple of Wapakoneta swimmers. Lane 6 is Kurt Schlenker, nearest to us, and then PJ Briggs, top of your screen for Shawnee. So really good between 1, 2, 3, and 4, then just a little bit behind. But in the 500, it's rare that you see the 4 guys this tight.
It really is. Typically you have someone who pulls ahead or 2 someones who pull ahead, and then everyone else by the 5th or 6th turn have fallen behind. But we see a pretty tight-knit group. What we see up here, Schlenker has fallen back a little bit, but Metzger, Clement, and Sarno are all staying pretty closely clustered up there.
5:06 into our race. Luke Clayman still the lead, but gaining is Robert Sarno. And then the 2 Wapakoneta swimmers, Metzger and Schlenker. This is our final 25. We're at 5:19.
Metzger and Schlenker came in with a difference of 4 seconds, but if you look out here now, we're starting to see that show as one is falling behind and the 3rd place is now taken by Metzger.
Luke Clayman gets the win, 5:29.63 for the Titan, going to Finley. 2nd place to Robert Sarno of LCC, a 5:30.87. In 3rd, lane 2, Joey Metzger. And 4th place in lane 5 with a 5:36 is Caleb Schlenker. Girls 200 freestyle relay, heat 5 of 6. Van Wert at the top of your screen. Bethany Fast, Katie Tritzschuh, Peyton Fleming, and Hannah Steenan. 155.59 coming in. Belle Fountain in lane 2. Emma Smith, Evelyn Belcher, Molly Schultz, and Emily Fulmer. 154.47 their seed time. Lane 3, it's Fort Recovery. Peyton Toby, Rachel Kopp, Olivia Atchison, and Sophie Timmerman. 152.05. Lane 4, it's Coldwater with Mara Toby, Grace Wendell, Kirsten Seifring, and Courtney Bettinger. 152.60. St. Mary's in 5 with Casey Menchover, Destiny King, Kaylee Catter-Henry, and Sierra Braun. 154.90. And the Elitas in 6 with Becca Shore, Madison Allmeyer, Aubrey Etzler, and Emma Scannell. 156.13.
We already have our 2nd leg swimmers diving in. You know, it's really interesting to watch as they go off. Each coach seems to have their own little bit of difference in how they teach relay start. So if just watching them, some people swing their arms around, some people go straight up. Each offers maybe different advantages, whether you get out further. And it's really important. Getting out far, going quick, kind of like what we talked about at the beginning at the first relay. It's the whole team thing. So the entire room, especially in this next heat after this one, will be electric.
Right.
Because everyone's going to be cheering on their team.
Coldwater has the lead here, minute 17 into our third leg. But a close race in lane 2 with Bellefontaine, lane 1 with Van Wert. Those are your top 3. Cavs in the pool first, second the Chieftains, then the Cougs. Sitting 4th, Elida. And then we have St. Mary's and Fort Recovery as well. Final stretch.
You know, we are really close down here on the end. It's going to be a tight race as well between St. Mary's and Elida. They are neck and neck. And it's similar to what's going on over here as we have our winner and our second very close.
Bellefontaine wins 153.48. Second place, Coldwater, 154.31. Third was Van Wert, 151.27. Fourth place in lane number 5 was St. Mary's, edging Elida. Here's your finals in the girls 200 freestyle relay. Shawnee at the top of your screen, 149.78. Minster is in lane 2. Julia Slonkowski, Carly Barhorst, Erica Oldegas, and Nikki Borgerding, 148.36. Salina is in 3. Cami Zenzel, Amanda Sletcher, McKenna Black, Megan Mullenkamp, 147.47. They're the fastest coming in. OG is in 4 with Catherine Samuelson, Kendra Tyson, Michaela Nordhaus, and Brianna Fenbert, 148.26. New Bremen in 5 at 149.39. Allie Elkin and company wanting some of my food that Bill Salmons brought us. I offered it, and they stopped by, but they decided not to eat. Wapakoneta is in 6. Abby Gessler, Alex Gessler, Maya Hager, Taylor Hager, 151.09 for the sister duo.
So we've got, as expected, Salina is a little bit ahead. But the rest of the girls are not far behind, and they're all incredibly close. Unlike the last event, no one is pulled away yet. So they are very well matched. We'll see what happens as soon as these girls jump in. It's a little bit more of a distance between a couple of these teams, but it still looks like we have Salina in first with a really tight second, and it could go any way between any of the girls remaining.
And you got to remember, stepping on the block for Minster in lane 2 is Nikki Borgerding. She's got some work to do, but she can make up some time quickly. Salina will lead. Second will be Shawnee at the top of your screen in lane 1. Nice entry by the Bulldogs. Minster will now enter in 6th place, so Borgerding's got some work to do.
You know, the last person in the relays are always the fastest. Typically you have your fastest at the end, your second fastest at the beginning, and then the middle will be kind of the slowest of the group. But it's very strategic because it's that you can take someone like Nikki Borgerding and toss her in and make up so much room.
And she did, but not enough to win. Megan Mullenkamp gives Salina the gold, 148.01. Second place to OG, 149.60. Third place, Shawnee, 149.66. And Borgerding goes from 6th to 4th for the Minster Wildcats. They finish in 4th, 150.64, with Wapak in 5th. All right, we'll do 3 and 4, then we'll be done.
All right. It's kind of nice, give the boys a chance to get some airtime too.
Right, right. What's her name? Elaine? Elaine. Up here. Could I get a team printout? Okay. Oh, we haven't done much. Okay. To get that lead and just hope the last 3 swimmers can hang on.
And you know, sometimes that really does work. It's not an often
They're
used.
still way in front.
They are, and you know they're maintaining that lead. The Wapak is starting to threaten them.
Yes, they
so
are.
they're going to need to pick it up. They're going to need to throw those arms into gear, be kicking harder, because it is definitely closing the gap between them and all three of them.
Right.
Really, it's not
Right.
just Wapak.
Right, Wapak in lane 4, Elida in lane 2, Bellefontaine in lane 3, all gaining on the Ada Bulldogs. And we see Wapak now very close to that top spot. Is where, what, at the third leg? Or, yep, one leg. No, this is it, right?
This is it.
This is it. Ada's still hanging on.
They're still in the lead, but barely. And it is coming down to the second and third place.
And third place, Bellefontaine comes back. Isaiah Brady, a great finish. Second goes to Ada, 144.86. So Bulldogs trimmed 3.5 seconds off their time.
They did.
Very nice race. 144.21 was Bellefontaine's gold medal time. Third goes to Wapakoneta. Fourth to Elida. Fifth to Shawnee. And we prepare now for the championship heat 4 of 4.
And this is going to be really fast. The fastest time is 1:33 in here.
That's Shawnee's A team, so we'll see how the Indians can do. Lane 1, it's Van Wert, Sam Easley, Cade Fleming, Josh Overholt, Tyler Rex. 138.51 coming in. OG in 2 with Kyle Verhoff, Seth Nelson, Luke Schaub, Ian Nordhaus. 135.66 for the Titans. Shawnee in 3, that 133 time. Wapakoneta's in 4 with 134.03. Michael Zwez, Michael Johnston, Wesley Rudabush, and Charlie Sutton. Salina's in 5 with Jared Flegel, Garrett Weininger, Mason Baker, Austin Haynes, a 136.03 for Matt May's bunch. And Minster in 6 with Max Pelletier, Aaron Kitzmiller, Seth Koenig, Pierce McGowan, 140.43.
And yet again, we have lane 1 in the lead, which is not really that common. It's been the lucky lane today, so far for this race.
It's the state qualifier, Sam Easley, that's getting them off to a good start.
But lane 5 with Salina is coming back up. We have in the pool right now Garen Weininger. And
lane 4 swimming well as well. That's Michael Johnston. Already has a couple wins today for Wapak.
Wapak has been a powerhouse.
They really
so far
have.
Today. They have brought such a phenomenal team, and they've really provided every aspect of the meet.
Right. Yeah, from 500 to 50, they've done it all. One leg to go.